I'm Otto Huizinga from Holland, Enschede. I traveled to Peru to interview Jacques Mabit. Jacques Mabit is the founder of Takiwasi. He founded it in 1992 after preparation time of 6 years. In Takiwasi, persons with an addiction habit are being treated. They stay there for 9 months, up to 12 months, and intensive use is made of the traditional medicine, the plantas medicinales and the plantas sagradas. I hope you enjoy the interview even more than I did when I interviewed Jacques Mabit. It's nice when other people talk about it as well. So they don't only have to believe me, but hear other people as well talk about it and think about it. And since you started a center which I think turns back to the original use of the plantas sagradas to heal and not to raise consciousness, although that may be a part of it. But you know, the primary purpose is to heal. So I thought I'd better visit you and ask you about it. That's my reason of coming. First, I thought maybe I'd do some sessions here as well, but no, I did that last week in Cusco.
Yeah.
And I did 3 sessions on a row, so I'm still working on that. So there's no urgent need to do more sessions at the moment.
Do you use ayahuasca in Holland?
No. No.
It's not forbidden.
It's allowed within the Daime Church.
Yeah.
But
outside,
otherwise it's forbidden.
Yeah?
Yeah. You are not allowed to use it. How's that in France?
France is totally forbidden now.
Yeah, yeah.
Since 2 years ago.
Ah,
2
yeah.
years ago
Yeah.
it's just forbid the use of ayahuasca. And some days ago also iboga. Iboga, you say?
Ibogaine.
Ibogaine.
Yeah. They forbid that as well. So
They forbid everything. It's very simple. Everything which is not straight.
yes. How did you somehow you got the idea of starting a center like this? How come? How does a person get an idea like that?
It came through the ayahuasca visions.
Ah, yeah.
It was not my idea.
Uh-huh.
I came in Peru first to work with Médecins Sans Frontières.
Yeah, yeah,
Doctors
yeah,
Without Borders,
yeah.
French organization
Yeah.
at the time. And to work in a conventional small hospital
Yeah.
in the south of Peru. And with strong limitations because we had at the time very few medicines and very few means to work. So I began to work with healers because I have to do something for the people, and sometimes we had nothing to work, so I tried to work with the midwives and bone sitters and so. And I discovered at the time that these traditional practitioners were very efficient. The true ones, not the
true ones.
The true ones.
Okay.
They were efficient, and it was cheap. It was adapted. If you don't understand my English, because my English is Frankish, it was okay with the culture of the people,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
No gap between the
Yeah.
the use of traditional medicine for them it was okay. So it was easier for the people.
Yeah.
Sometimes for some peasants and campesinos, it was difficult to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because they say somebody died in this bed, so I can't sleep here because it's the speed of the dead.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Of course.
many things like that. So it was sometimes very complicated. When I was working with healers, it was easier for them to accept.
Yeah.
And so it was a need first. It was a need, and then I saw that it was working. Right? And in my Western education and training, I have no idea of spirits or all this invisible word.
You don't learn that in Paris.
No. So I was wondering, how is it working?
Yeah.
How these people learn these medicines. So I thought probably it's empirical experience, and they learn from the parents and the ancestors.
Yes.
There's transmission of knowledge. But it was not always like that. Sometimes they told me that they were working shipping the llamas and the animals, no? And came the thunderstorm, thunder, you say?
Thunder, yes.
Thunder. The rain,
Yeah.
and the people lose consciousness.
Yeah.
And then when you walk, they knew how to heal, how to treat people.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how can you explain this in Western frame and context? So, it works, but the explanation is not. There is no space, for me in my knowledge, in my education, to accept the explanation. So they lie, or they don't lie, and I have something to discover, because for Western people there is something hidden. I knew that they don't lie. They didn't lie because I was working with people, and I knew the people is honest, and they have no reason to lie. It's just is it only symbolic? Is it only a way to say the things? But very difficult. So my first intention was to explore this knowledge from inside.
Yeah.
Because if you just hear what they say, you just stay in anthropological observation and say maybe not, and you just say like that. But I am not an anthropologist. I am medical doctor, and like concrete things, and like pragmatism.
Yeah.
So I thought that the best one would be to follow the steps of these people, and to see if I can learn with my own Western structures.
Yes.
So I asked them if it's possible for me to learn, and they say, okay, yes, it's possible. And what I have to do? Well, you have to take the plants. Well, which kind of plants? Well, purging, okay, I can understand. You purge, you clean yourself. Well, but how can you learn purging? And you have to take psychotropic plants. I had no experience with
None at all.
cannabis, so I had no interest, absolutely, in this. No feeling, nothing with drugs.
Yeah.
It wasn't outside of my interest. So finally I decided, after some personal experiences, to try, and to say, okay, I'll try, and then I can see if it's a crazy thing, if it's for me, it's not for me. Because if I just stay analyzing, you have no answer. So so I came here in the jungle, and began to visit some healers, and finally I have some good feeling with 4 or 5 of them, and they told me you have to take ayahuasca. I knew ayahuasca just by books and papers, and I say, what will happen with ayahuasca, because I have no experience, and I don't know what is exactly a altered state of consciousness. Is it dangerous? Is it well? So I said, when you take ayahuasca, what happened? He told me, oh, it's like TV. Well, I don't know the channel. And well, so the answer was always very frustrating, you know. So the only way was to take ayahuasca. So I took. The first time I took, nothing happened because I was so afraid.
Yeah.
And I was taking with a healer and patients. Very traditional context, and that was the only white people.
Oh yeah.
And after the ceremony, people were vomiting and some few one crying and but finally at the end of the ceremony, everybody was happy and speaking. That's very nice, and I learned this, and I saw that, and I say I am a stupid Western people. I couldn't enter in the experience because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
And these people, they are normal people. They are simple people. They are what was it? Why is it impossible for me to do this? So I came back 2 days after, and this was the second ayahuasca session, and the first really ayahuasca session with effects. You know?
Yeah.
And that time I have no time to think, no time to block, and to contain the experience. I dive inside directly, and it was terrible. It was terrible because it was a fight, a struggle with a huge black ball. And I tried to save myself, and it was totally impossible. So I was, in my experience, in my inner experience, I was dying. And I thought so many things, you know. The mind is going very, very quickly, and I thought that it was a stupid thing I did. This kind of thing is not for Western people, and I imagine my death and all the consequences, my family, and so on and so on. It was very long, but it was maybe 2 or 3 hours, but for me it was an eternity. You know?
Yeah.
And finally I accept to die. I say, okay. I have no exit to this kind of thing, and I have no other way. Slowly I accepted that it was the end of my life, and that I have to accept this because it was very difficult and very suffering, and I realized that if I die at that moment, finally nothing will change in the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I realized the insignificant meanings of my life for the world. For me, no, but for the world it was just one guy died, stupid guy, but okay. And they have to, everybody will take breakfast, and then at that moment I accepted it, and I remember that the sentence coming in my mind that Jacques is not important. Jacques is not important. And it was not a game at that moment, it was really true. And at the same moment, when 3 times I saw this and I say, yeah, it's not important. The huge black boar disappeared.
Okay. Wow.
And the fight, the struggle, battle stopped.
Yeah.
I was in a very deep black hole, in the abyss, and I had the feeling of coming from the depths of the sea, or
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, like a diver, you know.
Yes.
And slowly you are going back again to the surface, to the
Yes.
air.
Yeah.
And I thought at that time, never more ayahuasca in my life. But suddenly I realized that my friend and my family and my childhood, and I make many connections about my fear to die, and emotions, and
Yeah.
I know, but I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
But and slowly, the night was going on. In one night, the healer closed the session, stopped the session. I was so impressed because in a few hours I discovered more than the
Years.
10 or 20 years
Yeah.
previous years of my life, and very deep meanings of my life, of my...
Yeah.
So I said, it's incredible.
Yes.
And then also happy to be alive, and much better, and so I say, but it's incredible. This is a potential to heal.
Yes.
So this battle was a battle with the ayahuasca, like the huge black boar, the figure, the symbolism of ayahuasca,
Yeah.
and at the same time my own ego.
Yes.
You know? So I was fighting because with
Keeping control.
To control. My ego wanted to control the situation,
Yeah.
but the profound part of myself dominating the time at that moment.
Yeah.
So my ego died.
Yeah. Something like
not
that.
totally, but something like that.
Something like that. It's not that easy.
So for me, it was really a strong discovery. Like you see you open the door and you see another reality. With Freud and traditional psychology and medicine, I had explored all the room, and I said, okay, I know everything. No, I was knowing everything in the room, but I didn't know that there was
space outside.
Something or space outside.
Yeah.
So with ayahuasca, you open the window and say, oh, it's not just a room. There's landscape.
Close the window.
Mountains, and there is. So it opened, you know, the visions you have on the life, the universe. So I said, okay, this is for me, because I was always in search of something different, intense, because I felt that the life was so close, society so close. Something was wrong. What exactly? It was difficult to say, but I say, oh, it's this way. It's very interesting. So I began to take ayahuasca.
Yeah.
More each week.
Each week.
Each week.
Yeah.
And after 2 months or something like that, when I had around 8 or 10 sessions, I had a special session where I saw like a tribunal, you say tribunal, jury?
Yes. Yes. So do you know?
Maybe 12 people facing me, and I was like the student facing the jury.
Yeah.
And they told me, they spoke to me. It was very impressive. And they told me, we are the guardian spirits of the forest, of the jungle. What do you want? So I say I want to learn this medicine. I begin to speak each another, evaluating the situation. At the same time, it was so sacred and so light and funny in the same thing, same times. You know, so serious and also light.
Yes. Yes.
And the man, the spirit, these people like this anthropomorph appearance told me, okay, you are allowed to enter this territory, but your way is that way. And at that moment I saw myself treating drug addicts.
Huh?
And it was so surprising. I had never had this idea to do this work. It was so real. So after the sessions, I remember I said to a friend, I have to work with drug addicts. But it was not very good news for me, because I said, I don't know anything about this. And you know, drug addicts is complicated, it's frustrating, it's in the faculty medicine you don't learn anything about drug addiction. I learned anything about it. So and I had no idea how to do this. But I go on taking ayahuasca. I forgot the drug addicts.
Yeah.
Nothing
to do with it.
And learning also plants, the technique, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
3 years. Taking very, very, maybe 50 times a year. And after 3 years, I ended a ceremony, another session, and I saw a woman, and she told me, do you want to go home this way? I said, yes, it's very interesting, I want to go. So don't forget addict people, because this is your job. I tried to negotiate. And to say, well, I don't know anything about this, and I am not very prepared, and this is not my job, and I have no experience, and And she told me, well, you know, when the child has to be born, you have 9 months of gestation preparation, and then you have to born.
Yeah.
And so there is no training to birth. When you born,
when you get born, or when you give birth.
Yeah. So this is the first time for everybody.
Yes.
This is no training, preparation, but not. So it's time for you. You have 3 years of preparation.
Yeah.
So now it's a time to do it. It was so clever that it's impossible that it's coming from my mind. I can't imagine this. The same to work with drug addicts, it was so far of my desire, of my own willing, that I said, no, it's not coming from me. If you desire something and you saw it, maybe it's just your projection and your desire, and but in that case, I tried to avoid this.
Yeah.
And I say okay. And day after, one of my friends, psychiatrist from Lima, called me by phone and told me I have a patient, he's drug addict, and I don't know what to do with him, it's too complicated. You know some healers, you know some plants, because I had 3 years working.
Yeah.
Don't you want to take him with you and give him some plants to purge? And it was just the day after I said yes. So, synchronicity.
Yes.
So I say okay. And I received my first patient, first drug addict at home, and very quickly I realized it was totally impossible to treat somebody at home.
Yeah.
And this is the first test for me to say, okay, I can't do it this way. I have to make some center. I have to get a team and organize.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it lasts about 3 more years to organize,
Yeah.
find money and place and team, and to organize a protocol, therapy protocol with plans and purge, and to elaborate the idea, in details. So it was finally it was 6 years of preparation before doing this open the center. All along the way till now, I had some indications from ayahuasca sessions or dreams or synchronicity. So it's my feeling. It's that we are guided. Not only me. It's not something special for me. We all are guided, and we listen the voice, or we just
something like that.
Avoid the voice because
we don't like it.
It's not so easy.
Yeah.
So it's why it was not my idea. I just accept the proposal because
I think it's a very impressive story and very touching. So how you describe the fight with the black ball and the, the rock bottom idea. So it's quite impressive. So you got the idea out of the ayahuasca itself, but during the time you work now with people who have addictions, so you started in '92. Did you develop some sort of idea what their position is in an experiential world? What makes them an addict, experientially? What makes a person an addict in his experience, in his experiential structure? Do you have ideas about that?
Yes, some ideas. Most of the time we have first family structure. You always see too much female energy and few male energy. That means the father is not here or is not very present, and the mother is very protective, too much. This is general frame. You always see, not always, but 90%, I don't know. This is so the drug addict is just a way to speak, because it doesn't exist like that, but people with tendency to dependency, drug addiction, they can't get born from the psyche of their mother.
Yes.
They have to be born through the head of a father figure. This is the role of therapist to play this role of father, the figure of father. The father is normally give to the child a sense of life. Mother give body, material, nutrition, food, in a physical and emotional level. But in spiritual and symbolic level, the father must give the male energy. Normally the father, sometimes it's not the father, but energy. Must give the sense of life, values, spirituality, sense of transcendence. So there is a very deep lack of sense of transcendence, sense of life, sacred dimension of life. That your life is not just to eat and to drink and to buy some house and to do some work and something like that. There is a deep meaning of your life, and deep meaning of your home life and the life of the universe.
So the lack of the father is the lack of a living spirituality as well.
Yeah, because especially, you know, drug addiction it's a typical symptom of Western society. You don't have drug addiction in traditional societies. You just have drug addiction in traditional societies when they got in touch with Western people.
Yeah.
That means the Indians and in the Aborigines in Australia and so they are alcoholic because they are in touch with Western society. Before that, no alcoholism.
Yeah.
Here they were taking alcohol, you know, through the chicha and the, you know, this is beer of but no alcoholism. So the drug addiction is a symptom of Western society, and just put in evidence of contradiction and nonsense of life of Western society. It is just consumption,
consuming.
Consuming.
Yeah. The freedom to consume.
Yeah. Freedom.
Yeah.
And so in all traditional society, at when you are 10 years old, 12, 13 years old, you have some rites of passage from childhood to adult life. And at that moment, you have always some kind of initiation, maybe through ayahuasca, or maybe through fasting or different tools, to be in touch with the extreme of the life. That means death, approach death, or to approach craziness, madness. And when this is initiation, you face the death and you face madness. And at that moment, you go to the very essential point of your life. What mean my life? Where am I? Who am I? And you discover that you can get the answer not from yourself, not from your ego, but from the spirit, invisible word, or your self, or from God, or from something transpersonal, something which is
transcendent of you,
above. And so you touch, you can touch, you can feel the reality of transcendent world. You know that God exists. To say it in a simple words. Change all your life. You know that there is sense of life, there is a love in the life, you can do anything, you have to respect some rules. There is an order, transcendent order of life. And it gives you a very strong security, because the world, the universe is not chaotic, it's not anything, it's not confusion, it's something very organized, very clever. So if you put yourself in the flow of this order of life, you are okay. And if you go against or you avoid this, you feel bad. But in the Western society, we cancel every kind of rites of passage. You have no more initiation. No more initiation.
No.
That's why now you see teenagers and young people, they try to recreate some kind of initiation through drugs, through violence, through the teams. You call this hooligans and this kind of non-violent. This is a group. This is the new tribes. The new tribes. You know, where you have to do something heroic and to kill somebody or to steal, and you have to pass some proof.
In England, they call it the firm. Then men are gathered together in the firm, and in another town it's not a firm, and then they have an appointment to beat each other up.
It's like tribes.
Like
the tribes. So this is a profound need and from everybody to face this moment and to go outside of the mother, of the world of the mother, the mothers, woman, the female, and to belong to the word of your tribe, of the man or the woman, if you're a woman. So there is at this moment there is a differentiation, a process of differentiation, to make differentiation in a psychic level, in your function in life. If you are a male or female, it's not the same. In your vocation, if you will be a priest or a fighter or a fisher or your vocation.
Yes.
So we lose this space in Western society, and so each one has to search by himself how to do this.
Yeah.
And drugs is a very great temptation, because this is quite like initiation, but this is a false initiation.
So somehow, could one say that through drugs people reach a pseudo spiritual state in an easy way?
Yeah.
And then
in the
they
wrong
don't.
way.
Yes. Yeah.
In the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because initiation, first you suffer. Because you have to go to the hell and to see the black part and the shadow, your shadow and the shadow, and to face this. Then when you face this, you face your pride and your anger and your fears and so on. You vomit, you liberate yourself on this. Then you can access to peace and to knowledge and etc. With drugs, I mean cocaine and so on. First you have the pleasure, you have the ecstatic sensation, and you go first to the heaven.
Yeah.
But then you have to get down. This is the
like
problem.
like Pegasus, who flew to the sun and dropped
Pegasus,
dead.
or
Icarus and Pegasus. Yeah.
So so I say the good initiation is you go to see a movie. You pay the entrance, pay, and you can see the movie. It's okay. And false initiation, you just go to see the movie without paying, but they wait you, at the exit, and you have to pay double. So there is an order.
Yes.
First you have to face your shadow. You have to be humble, which is very difficult for everybody. You have to be humble and to learn that you are a creature, that you are very important because you are unique, but you are insignificant in the sense that the universe don't need you. It's not need. It's just love. You just exist by love, free. It's not because you are useful and so recognize this, to recognize that you are nobody. Then you can recognize that you are very important because you are nobody, not because you are clever and because you are handsome or I don't. This is a change. So I think that this is a general framework of drug addiction. Is this framework? No?
Yes.
With the Western society desacralized, and in the local level, it's your family, it's your local family, and it's the same. So the family is just a representation of
the larger thing,
of the larger of the society.
Yes.
So there is a desacralization in the family, in the society, and in the Western way of thinking, of doing. So I think that the answer, what we try to do here, I don't know, it's not always so easy, but we try is to say to the drug addict, okay, you had some trouble in your life, difficulty, suffering, problems with your family, etc., and you were searching for a solution. This is good. It's very good to look for a solution to your problem.
Yeah.
Okay. And your intuition was to look outside.
Yeah.
what is the answer? The answer is not here. It's not, so it may be in something more, something else. This is looking for spirituality, for transcendence.
Yes.
Of course, if you ask this to a young boy, he can say this kind of thing with his word, but
yes.
So your search is legitimate. It's okay. It's a good search, but you use the wrong way,
Yes.
the wrong tools. So we try to recognize that it's a positive intent
Yes.
with bad
Results.
bad resources, so bad results.
Okay.
Okay, we can do it again with you, but with the good tools, and that means in this context with good drives. I mean, to induce altered state of consciousness, but you have to know the plant, you have to know the dose, you have to know the conditions, your preparation, with a guide,
Yes.
with preparation, with protections, with the integration of the experience. So if you want, we can do it with you, and I will go with you on your side. Or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So this is the proposal of Takiwasi, is to propose a new initiation, genuine initiation, to replace or to heal the false initiation of the youth.
Yes. Yes. But
This is to say it in a very general and
but it's
simple
a very
way.
clear picture. It's a very clear picture. So it is in a way, but it's always difficult, these thoughts. But in a way, it's. Do you know Stanislav Grof?
Yeah.
So Christina Grof was alcohol dependent,
Yeah.
and she developed a
Yeah.
similar idea.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I think it's not only with plants, you know.
yeah.
That's why I say here that I don't think that everybody has to take ayahuasca or peyote, or it's a way.
Yeah.
But for some people, it's not the good way
Yeah.
or the good moment. And every way to induce outer state of consciousness in a ritual context. This is important. Ritual context.
Yes.
To
Yes.
contain and to integrate the experience.
Yeah.
If you have this framework, symbolic contention and integration through rituals of preparation, respect, you are not just doing this for fun, it can work. So
Yes.
for somebody maybe allotropic breathing, for other it may be fasting, for other it may be through social work.
Yes.
For other people it may be through, I don't know, you have many ways.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, I think that the knowledge of traditional medicines and it's very strong, and it's a very nice tool, and it's a chance, no? It's an opportunity to benefit from all this empirical experience of years, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why that was the idea, no, to try to see if it is possible for Western people to integrate these tools of ayahuasca and plants and traditional wisdom from a Western context, because I am not an Indian and I don't want to be an Indian. I can't be an Indian. I am not. So, but I can learn maybe and try to integrate, and this is the basic idea of this work, to make a bridge.
Yeah. That's a very clear picture. That's a very clear picture. And I personally find it deeply moving what you are telling me. So I recognize it. So it's yes. That is a large picture. When you go to a more focused picture of the actual experiences and like you meet them in an ayahuasca session. Do you interpret these pictures, or do you say, hey, the experience interprets itself during the time that you have more and more experiences?
Yeah. Well, in the traditional society, I mean, in the tribes,
Yeah.
the ethnic society, and there is all context, legends and stories and
Yes, yes.
cosmogony.
Yeah.
So you don't need to make the interpretation because people are all the
They know all the stories.
they know.
already.
Yes. So
Yeah.
they take ayahuasca, and in ayahuasca they can verify, they can check
Yeah.
that the stories are true,
Yes.
because this is symbolic word.
This is.
But in our Western society, we have no more transmission, or
Yeah.
very few transmission of, and everybody is looking, and it's a mixture of
Yeah.
religions and spirituality coming from India and from so.
Yeah.
So I think that for Western people, it's really a need to have then integration through the words,
Yes.
to make a basic interpretation, not a closed interpretation,
Yeah.
open, but you have to give some tools, and sometimes it's very necessary because, for instance, to give an example, many people can see during ayahuasca session that they have energy in their hands. They see the energy in their
Yeah.
hands. It's the first time in their life they can see this,
Yeah.
and they say, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I am a healer. I can heal people. I can see my energy.
Yeah.
So it's very pleasant for the ego to say, "Oh,
I'm a healer.
I didn't know, but really." So they just see very common thing, but it's not common from the Western context. It's so new and so. So the danger is that the people don't integrate the experience like as a knowledge, but they can process,
So they want
catch
it
the experience
to incorporate it into their ego values instead of their
That's right.
being values.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they think they are healer. It's very dangerous because
Yeah.
they take 2 or 3 times the ayahuasca or 10 times, and they give ayahuasca.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is just an example of all the mechanism of projection,
Yeah.
transfer.
Mhm.
You have to know basic things about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
For instance, you can. I remember some stories of people for instance, a woman. She is taking ayahuasca here, and all the session. When she was here in Peru, her son was in China doing some travel for work, and she was a little bit worried about where is her son, and it's dangerous, very far from in China, very. Well, all the session ceremony, she saw that her son was killed and raped and terrible things.
Yeah.
And so after the session, after she wanted to get the phone and to call the embassy and to move. I saw in ayahuasca that my son is. I said, no, there is nothing with your son. And to make her understand that she was there is a big dependence. There was a big dependence between her and her son. And the ayahuasca is showing symbolically that she's so dependent that facing own death, she make projection on son.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's very difficult because it's so new. So you see with it's so intense and convincing.
Convincing.
That
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it is true.
It's true.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I say, okay, but I am here, and you make the experience in the context I organize. So I can't tell you that it's not like that. And so all the integration. This is a part of integration, because many people have some spiritual experience, and it's a big danger because as we are not we have not the structuration, so
Yeah.
they think that this is a special election of God. You know?
Yeah.
They are here. Many times for Western people, the big danger is to make a confusion between widening your consciousness,
Yeah.
no? Or widening your ego.
Yes.
No? So there is a
Yeah.
double way. You have to.
Yes.
No? So the work of the
So
guide, or
so
is
you
to say,
need guidance for it. Yeah.
I
You
think for
need
Western
guidance.
people it's necessary.
Yeah.
Sometimes no. Sometimes many times people they have their own explanation during the session. They have their own, and you have nothing. You say okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we ignore, you know, many things of the spiritual world, and so you have also some kind of spiritual contaminations.
Yes.
People practicing magic and spiritism, and they enter in touch with bad spirit. For Western people, it doesn't taste. This is just from the Middle Age. It's not just it's a belief.
Yeah.
No, it's a cartography. It's a reality of the spiritual world.
Yes.
So you don't enter the spiritual world like a saloon. It's a jungle.
Yes.
You don't go to the jungle alone. You go with a guide, and you go with water, and you go with medicine, and you go. You know that it's very nice, the jungle, but it's also very dangerous.
Yes.
So spiritual world is the same. You can meet some beasts and some very dangerous animals, you know. So you have to be guided, and somebody with you who know how to do when you have to facing this guy. So if you ignore this, it's dangerous. Ignoring is to put you in a big danger. Also, we can see many times transgenerational inheritance. You know, you inherit from your ancestors, from some troubles.
Yeah.
Your grandfather
Multi-generation.
killed somebody.
Yeah.
It was a big transgression of life. You don't know this, but it's just passing through generation to you.
Yes.
And you feel uneasy in your life. You don't know why. Nothing special to explain. And you are violent. Sometimes you want to kill, and you have no reason to say it. You don't understand why. I am crazy. Why I have this impulse to rape or to kill or to. You don't understand. You become crazy. It may be an inheritance.
Yes.
Inheritance. Inheritance. Heritage. It's coming from.
It's
coming from
an itinerary. An itinerary is a way. It's a road.
You receive
Yeah.
you know, something. You receive something
Yeah.
from your
For former generations.
ancestors, but
Yeah.
you don't know it. You just feel something. You don't.
Yeah.
So it's important when there is this kind of things, and it's very common, in fact, to be able to make a good identification of the problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the people can integrate, it's a great liberation, because you know, okay, I know why I am like this, and you can give some indication how to cure or to heal this.
Yeah.
To forgive, to make a reparation.
Yeah.
That's why I think that ayahuasca is not good. Ayahuasca is not bad. Ayahuasca is a tool, very nice tool, very fine and precise, and but it's a tool. So
It's a
you
tool,
can
yes.
you can have a misuse of this kind of this tool. So I don't support, or I don't agree the idea of everybody has to take ayahuasca. No, it's it depends on the use of the context.
So, could you be? My tape says that he likes to stop, but you know, a few minutes. But what is it that a person who wants to repair, wants to heal. He takes ayahuasca, and what is the basic thing he or she has to do with the experience? So the experience alone doesn't heal.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes,
But it's
not by law, not by law. No? So not by law. It's obviously it needs something more.
Yeah. Yeah, the first, I think the basic, the most important point for me is to be sincere. Sincerity.
Sincerity, authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of
Be
course,
serious
nobody is 100%.
No.
You always. But the basic authenticity, sincerity. Okay.
Yeah.
The worst is to take ayahuasca without your total agreement, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
patient, because you don't want to
Yeah.
let people think that you are not so courageous, and no, it is a very bad idea.
Yeah.
So this is the basic, because you the experience showed that the people receive answers and healings during the process, you know, at the same level they open of the investment, no? The whole investment you do in this experience.
Yeah.
So if you are just very shy and you just want to see a little bit no more, okay.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca will explain, you will see a very little bit, but it's what you want.
Yeah.
If you want really to have very strong and deep answer, you have to give, to open,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes to live this kind of experience I told you.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see that there's a kind of self-regulation during the ayahuasca process.
Yeah. All right.
So you can't get more than
You
what
give.
you give.
So taking ayahuasca is a way of giving.
Yeah.
One could say.
Giving, opening, offering,
Yeah.
offering.
Yeah.
That's why this is a ayahuasca session in really the celebration.
Yeah.
It's a celebration of life.
Mm.
So you have to offer
Yeah.
your heart, your
Yeah.
prayer, you
Uh-huh.
offer this is an offering.
Mm.
So it's a celebration of life.
Mm. That's it really makes me silent what you say now, so I have to get my breath again. So. But I think it's true, so what you say, it's absolutely true, and it resonates with me as well, so it's so yes, then there's another aspect. Maybe I tell a little anecdote to it, to make the question clear. My first experiences with ayahuasca was last year, with maybe you know him, Victor Nieto,
Yeah.
and that was very good. And this year something with the timing, etc., went wrong, so I came to Peru and we weren't in time, so to say. So I looked out some other guy, and I think he was a good curandero, but maybe not a good ayahuasquero. So he wanted to control the experience. He kept on talking with me. How do you feel? Is your tummy all right? Is your head okay? Is your So I got rather fed up with that trait of him, and so I said, don't interfere with my experience. And he understood what I said, so for the next time he really got himself into some emotional stress, so to say, in which he really had me say that I was responsible for my own experience and that he wouldn't be responsible then anymore. So my question is, how far in your experience is the ayahuasquero influencing the experience of the other person?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, could you say something about that?
It's difficult to answer in very precise terms, because yes, the healer, the curandero, is very important during the session, because he is guiding and controlling also through the songs, through the icaros especially. Though he is making managing to maintain the balance, no? To guide the people to the final integration of the experience. But my position is that it's necessary to have a very clear framework and context. And inside this framework, people is free.
Yes.
My position is that for many people here, especially the new shamanism and tourism, many people, they don't like this. They want to be free. They want to go outside. They want to smoke a cigarette. They want to let me free. I don't accept this. I don't accept, because this is a very strong responsibility. Of course, maybe 80% of the times it would be without any problems if you do. But if there is a problem, you have to control it. You are responsible. And sometimes you have very strong difficulty, because people may have some psychological trouble. They have some, as we told before, something coming from ancestors I don't know. There is also practices of sorcery. So you need to be very, very careful. So it depends on the degree of level of responsibility you assume. Traditionally, when I went first time to take ayahuasca with curanderos, they give you the ayahuasca and they sing it. Then you can do quite everything what you want.
Yes.
This is with mestizo people.
Yes.
Inside the tribes, traditionally, the control was very strict. Very strict. You can do what you want. You have to respect the diet, and you have a preparation, and you have to ask also authorization, permission from the chief, and it's not a free way.
Yes.
So another time it depends also of the participants. For me, when we are working with Western people, we need to make a very clear framework. So there is some rules when people come here to take with me. There is very clear rules. I say all the rules before. You accept or you don't accept. You are free, but I am free also. So if you accept the rules and you respect the rules, everything is okay. Inside the session, I let the people go in their own journey. And I just make an intervention if I see that they are in danger. They are approaching something danger, or if they call me. I say to people, if you are, it's a very difficult moment and you don't know, just listen to songs, because I guide you through the songs. But anyway, if in spite of following the song you feel that really you need help, call me. But this is your last resource, you know. And generally it happens, but very few times. No? because we check people, and if I see that somebody is in great difficulty, I can help. In other traditions, for instance, for some healers, traditional healers, they just let you go, and you can cry and you can scream and you can. They don't move because they know you don't die. So they say, no problem. Maybe they just do something if you want to run away, but it's very difficult at the moment. Sometimes they don't let you go. I think that for Western people we can't give this kind of context because it's so new, it's very... So there is a balance to find between security, safety and control.
Yes.
You know? So it depends on the people. I have a style, a form of making control, of safety here. For some people it's too much control. Okay, so go and
find something else.
Find something else. But I want people to be safe, and it's my responsibility that everybody after the ceremony is okay.
Yeah.
So, but when you say very clearly the things, normally there is no way. Generally, there are no problems.
This is an inner question. How much does the ayahuasquero see or feel of the experience of the other person?
Well, there is not a unique answer, no? It depends of the ayahuasquero, because each one has a gift. Sometimes they have very good visions. Some ayahuasca are very good visions. Sometimes it's not through visions, it's some through feelings. Maybe some smells. Maybe some touching people. They can feel the energy. So it depends of the ayahuasca, and it depends of the session.
Yes.
Because in my own experience, I had some space of times, 1 year, 2 years, I have a lot of visions, and then I have very few visions, but I have more feelings, emotions. So all the body, it's happened. So the indication. My wife, she had very precise visions. She's very sensitive for visions, and she can tell you. She has very incredible information about the life of people. She don't know these people. No, she doesn't know these people. So, in my case, I have vision, but not so rich visions compared to my wife, for example. And but I feel very much in my body. I feel my body. So it's like if I have some connection, some rope. Everybody I say, this something is over there. That's all you have to. So my work is to get stable, to get secure, and so everything is under control. I can't say that there is just one way or one explanation.
I don't expect that as an answer either. So, but I like to know your thoughts.
Sometimes you have information coming, there's a sensation coming from the spirit world. You say, for these people you do this. You have to say that to the people. And sometimes it's come and sometimes not. So there is a polymorphism. It's very different ways of feeling, perceiving. Maybe your mind, you understand. Maybe some symbolic connection through your body, the smells, and all at the same time. So the work to learn to heal the people, and so this way is to manage with all this information at the same time. And you can make in a rational way. You can say, okay, first this, first second that. No, so this is a kind of intuition, but very organized intuition. It's difficult to explain, because in a no rational way of feeling, we generally think that it's chaotic, but it's not. It's another kind of logic.
Yeah. Maybe it's similar to when I do my holotropic breathwork sessions. You work with music, you guide the process with music, and I do that 20 years now. So you learn how you do it, and somehow I have my box with music, and then I walk through where the people are, where the group is breathing. And then you listen and you listen and you listen and you hear a tone and you think, I need that tone now. So you bend over your box with music and I can't find the tone. You know. And then you wait 5 more minutes and suddenly it is there. So, and afterwards people give feedback on the music as well, except there. And it usually fits the picture. So it's there are very interesting communications going on. But it's very, you can't say for sure what's happening there.
Yeah, this is more and more structure, rigorous, it's very rigorous, but it's not in a rational way, it's just inside yourself, you know?
Yeah.
It emerges, you know?
In the indigenous theory, the plant has a spirit. What does that mean?
Yes, there is, for me, in the invisible world, there is some structure, energy. I have to use words.
Yeah.
Structure, energy. It's not just a structure, it's not only energy, there is energy but with a specific form, a specific shape. You know. And this it's a spirit because there is intelligence. So you can communicate.
Yeah.
Not just energy,
No, there's intelligence.
mechanical energy, you know.
Yeah.
There is intelligence, there is feeling, there is connection. Okay. So we have a community with this energy. Well, the spirit of man, you have a spirit and I have my spirit.
Yeah.
2 different spirits.
Yeah.
But for the plant there is a collective spirit. There is not a spirit for each ayahuasca. This is a collective spirit of ayahuasca. There's not individual spirit.
This is interesting.
The same for animals. So you have to work not to do the relation, to learn how to communicate with this intelligence of nature, which is specific for each plant. So each plant has a special structure with correspondence with our own structure as human beings. That's why if you take, for instance, you take Chirixanango. Chirixanango is a plant that heal coldness. Coldness,
yes.
If you take this plant, you know, the energy, the structure of this plant, you know, integrate your body, you have the incorporation of the energy, and this energy will just push away coldness in your body. First, physical coldness, because maybe you are sensitive to cold when it's rainy and you have some rheumatism. Okay, this is the first level, physical level. The second level is coldness of your feelings. You are shy, you don't express your emotions, you are very afraid of the love of the people. Coldness, feeling difficult to be warm and to receive warmth. Warmth. And then the spiritual level. What that mean? That means that you are afraid to be in touch with the spiritual level. You dare not to go. You just feel close, you know, in protection, you know, repressed, careful, shy. No, this is your way of facing mystery of life. That means fears.
Yes.
You are afraid. This plant, when you take this plant, it just acts on your coldness, physical, emotional, spiritual. No, it's like an integration, because there is a community between this structure of the plant and the human beings. We are not disconnecting, there's a connection with all the universe.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting, because these kind of plants, each plant has, it's like if you are working with a pool of psychologists. There is psychologists specialized in fears, and another one to ground people, and another plant is a psychologist to organize people very confused.
Yeah.
So you can choose.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but it works like that. So, and yet there is a connection. This is not just energetical, or I mean, the energy. Sometimes I don't like this word, because in the Western way of thinking, energy is light. No, it's
Yeah.
no,
No, but when you are telling it, you're transmitting, as it were, the spirit of the plant.
Yeah.
It's it's
They call the spirit of the plant the mother of the plant. You know,
the
mother.
The mother, yes.
Mother. And it's like a matrix. No, it's like
Yeah.
you say matrix in
Yeah,
English?
matrix.
Matrix of the plant. So you are when you are not very you are not okay. You feel uneasy in your life. Yeah, so you have to enter in
Yes.
another matrix.
Yeah.
Another uterus.
Uterus.
Womb.
Yeah,
Womb.
uterus.
Yeah,
Yes.
uterus.
The womb.
To be born again.
Yes.
So ayahuasca is a big womb.
Yeah.
This is a snake.
Uh-huh.
In your visions,
Mhm.
you see always there's a snake, but it's not a dangerous snake. It's not you call
Poisons.
poisonous snake. You know, boys just can kill you, but
Yeah.
like a woman, no?
Yeah.
She embraces you and she loves you so much that you die. It's a bad mother. When you face the ayahuasca spirit in a session, and it's for everybody, not only for indigenous people coming from Holland, Netherlands,
Yes.
they don't know anything about cosmogony of indigenous people. They come here to take ayahuasca, they see a big and huge snake opening the mouth, and
Yeah.
they enter in the mouth of the snake,
Yeah.
and you are not afraid at the moment. It's so nice. This is initiation.
Yes.
That means that you enter in the matrix of ayahuasca, of the energy of ayahuasca.
Yes.
You are included inside, and this energy can give you birth.
Yes. Or
and you
rebirth.
a rebirth.
Yeah.
So it's something very interesting for me. This notion of matrix, you know, and
Yes.
the necessity is the need we have for transformation, slowly transformation through different death and birth, no? Death and birth.
Yeah.
So this is a process of initiation. No? The spirit of plants act in this way. Not only ayahuasca, many other plants. You know, here there is many other plants. You know.
Do you use the San Pedro?
No, I don't use. I know because I had some experience with healer on the coast, but I don't use them. It's San Pedro is different because ayahuasca is a female energy.
Yeah.
Totally female energy. So it's a good womb.
Yeah.
A good mother. San Pedro is male energy.
That's correct, I must say. Yes.
So it's not the same. I guess that the better for people when you want to do a process with plants, to begin with ayahuasca, because you begin with the mother, right?
Yes.
And then you can go to the
father.
father. You know?
Yes.
So in Peru it's very interesting because you have the jungle, the mountains, and the coast.
Yes.
From east to west.
Yes.
East, the jungle, ayahuasca, feminine energy.
Uh-huh.
We all we were born from a woman. Everybody.
Yes.
Okay. Then you go to the mountains and this is coca energy.
Yes.
And coca is exactly balance between female and male. This is a plant of the gods, the plant of the sun, you know, in the Inca Empire. So it's sun, but it's earth. It's earth, grounded.
Oh yeah,
rock,
earth.
Earth.
Yeah.
So it's totally female energy, but sun energy at the same time. It is exactly in the middle, very balanced. That's why coca is so important.
Yeah.
This is very few plants in the world are like coca because it's exactly in balance between male and female energy. And then you go to the west, more to the west on the coast. This is a desert. No, it's dry, sunny, hot, different from the Amazon. And you have the San Pedro, which is a cactus.
Yes.
And this is totally male energy. Like Fabs. To be a little bit Freudian sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's you know, ayahuasca is a vine, you know, and the vine is need a support to grow.
Yeah.
You know? If you plant some ayahuasca and without any support, just go in horizontal way.
Yes.
That means that when you take ayahuasca, if you just stay with female energy, you have no elevation. You have not. You can't go to the really to the spiritual world. Ayahuasca needs male energy to balance. That's why you can see that quite all healers in the jungle are male. They are male. They are not women. Because they use their male energy to balance the feminine energy of ayahuasca.
Okay.
And or they can use another plants to balance. It depends. There is a different way to do this. So it's always a kind of balance between male and female energy, in a physical level, psychological level, and spiritual level.
When you do work in this way from 1992 onwards, it must have some positive results as well. So, how's the response of the surrounding of the society on what you do?
Of the people here in Terapoto, you mean?
No, your colleagues, the medical world,
Well, you know, when you work with drug addicts, everybody is happy because they don't want to work with drug addicts, so no competition, you know, it's okay. go there. So, in this way, we have no problems because they don't care what. But Takiwasi is official center, health center. We have official recognition from the health ministry. We don't belong to the health ministry, but as a private health center, we are recognized and we have to do the report every 2 months and so. So this is So there is a kind of recognition, but just a distant one, you know. Okay, that's right. But now with the publication we do and conference and going to congress and so, the recognition is growing, you know. And but we have very few medical doctors from Peru coming here. Very few. So we have many people come from outside, you know. This is the first level. The other level is the relation with the healers, with traditional medicines, because for some of the people, we are like foreigners coming to steal the knowledge, you know? And there is always this kind of competition, you know. So it's not so easy sometimes because all the healers on traditional medicines here, they also use these tools for witchcraft,
Yeah.
for sorcery
Yeah.
and so on. So we are always in the middle of a battle, you know. But it's part of the work. We have to,
Yeah.
to learn how to face this. This
Yeah.
is a very important point, you know, that generally Western people they ignore about this. And I think that we can, as Western people, we can bring to this traditional medicine some kind of peace in this way, you know, to stop the witchcraft and and to offer another way of protecting and defending without doing giving back the witchcraft or sorcery.
Yeah.
I mean in this way that I think most of the people coming from Western countries here, they have some difficulty with their own tradition. I mean Western tradition, Christian or Jewish tradition. They take some distance from the education, from the roots of Western civilization.
Yeah.
And many times they have to pass through another context, like Amazonian context, or to rediscover their own roots and say, oh, it's not so bad. Maybe
it's even good.
In the story, the history, sometimes there was some misuse of this tradition. No?
Yes.
But the essence of Jewish Christian traditions is very nice, is very rich. So you can do a process of reconciliation with the roots, with the essence of the Western traditions, knowledge, wisdom.
Yes.
So I think that it's very important because it's very nice, it's very, you can say, to say, oh, my family, you know, you are in trouble with your family, and then to just go, no, my family is not so bad. Okay, there is some, but not it's not necessary to cut. It's not necessary, it's not good to cut our relation with my roots. So there's a process of reconciliation. With their own story, own family, own nationality, religion, and rediscovering the very roots, the very essence of this. And it's important because I think that it's possible to make a bridge between shamanism or traditional medicines and traditional knowledge and Western civilization. I don't mean Christianism, Jewish tradition, or Islam, or it's possible. For me, in my way, I see less and less contradictions. In the essence.
In the essence, that's right.
Sometimes the forms are but in the essence. In the essence. And when you have Christian people or Jewish people coming here, for instance, when they go out, they are more Jewish, or more Christian, or more Buddhist, because they go to the deep roots of their own traditions. So, in that way, I think that this shamanism or traditional medicine can bring a very nice knowledge and tools to be peaceful with his own family tradition. It's not finally a war when we have to destroy Western civilization and to have a kind of idealization of the indigenous people, and to think that the indigenous people, they are very peaceful people and they are very they are happy. No, it's not like that, My experience was like that. And there is a very big shadow in the indigenous world. This is another shadow, the shadow of Western people, Western society. But there is a shadow.
Of course.
Sometimes, there's some, the Rousseau, tradition of Rousseau, No, I think that no idealization of
all human beings. So a human being has a shadow.
Yes, and it's important. But for me, it's very important because I see so many people coming here and they say, no, indigenous people, the wisdom of the Indians, and they are in balance with nature.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say, yes, but there is permanent war.
Exactly. Yeah.
Permanent war. They are fierce
Yeah.
of witchcraft, sorcery, all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
You can't imagine sometimes. It's so, and they kill themselves.
Yes.
So it's not. Okay. We can bring to these people something of the universalization of the
Yeah.
Western society, some values. So I say maybe five centuries ago, the meeting between indigenous people here and Western Spaniards and Spanish people was not really good. But now we can do it.
Yes.
We can do it in another way. And it's a need for them, and it's a
Yes.
need for us.
I think
They
so.
can help us to be in touch again with nature, with spiritual world, and with our deep nature,
Yes.
the sacred dimension of life. They can help us, and we need them. But the need has to go out of war of tribes,
Yes. That's a
our
big problem.
self-destruction.
Yes. Yeah.
Because facing the Western society, if they don't protect them, they will disappear very quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way, maybe I think some hearers and agree to make some Western people discover their own knowledge. They know that it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
I have to thank you for this beautiful talk we had.
While you support my English, it's. I see that you took ayahuasca.
Yeah.
You're patient. Well.
And I really, I thought it was very moving. So it really, touched me. So
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh.
I went to Netherlands. I studied in Belgium.
In Belgium, yeah.
I studied tropical medicines in Antwerp.
Oh yes.
And at that time I had some friends in New Zealand. And now we have some people. No, not very much, but some people coming from New Zealand.